All right. Good morning. Okay. Let's see where we stand here. We're just gonna wait here a couple of minutes, guys, and before we get started. Okay. In the meantime, I am going to display our risk disclosure. You can review that as you. All right. Morning, Rex. Morning, Frizu. Morning, Sergey. Unemployment better than expected by. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that simplistic. All right. Good morning, Shadow Hunter. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started here, guys. I do have the risk disclosure up. Just want to remind everyone here that the content that's about to be published, about to be shared um, by the market trader is to be treated as general information only. Okay. None of the information provided is intended as investment advice and offer to buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any security, company, or fund. Testimonials appearing on the website may not be representative of other clients. Um, we all understand that future trading does contain a fair amount of risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more of their investment. Only risk capital money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security should be used for trading, and only those individuals with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Nothing contained herein is a solicitation to buy, sell futures, options, or forex, and then past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right. So now that we've gotten the risk disclosure out of the way, guys, we'll go ahead and move into the news here. As Rex has indicated, our jobless claims, I guess, are slightly better than expected. Initial jobless claims slightly better than expected. Um, so we have some fair amount of news that have been reported here in the last few minutes. Okay, jobless claims we talked about. Continued jobless claims is higher. Okay, um, so so the new upcoming news that we still have is we have wholesale inventory, FOMC rate statement is going to be a big one. Interest rate decision is also another big one. U.S. consumer credit to a lesser degree, but nonetheless big. So yeah, fair amount of news today could cause the markets to behave in irrational ways. Okay, so something to be mindful of. Okay, leading into the session. All right. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and move on to the charts. I don't know. That's a temporary thing or not, but it should restore itself. Okay. All right. So here we are looking at the gold market. Looks like the gold market is recovering from. Was looking at this on the UK side. Um, so let's open this up here a little bit. Let's open up platform here a little bit, and we'll start to take a look at the daily here on the gold. All right. So we've come into an area here on the left hand side, as you can see, where we have an area of where we kind of left in the past area of support, and sure enough, we have some interest in at these prices. Okay, and that's caused a development of a bullish candle. Okay, leading up to this, obviously we had the little sell off, and that sell off has come into an area that now has enticed some buyers. Okay, moving on to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Okay, we have again similar kind of view here. We had the strong sell-off. We had lots of overlapping candles, and then we finally got a push set of buyers here that were, I guess, comfortable with the prices, and that's being supported by volume, right? Volume delta is also reporting a positive reading as a result of that. Okay, so again, we have our positive 4-hour. Well, this is the same overlay here. So again, 4-hour chart is above some of the levels that we care about, above our daily VWAP, and working to get above our anchor, not anchor VWAP, but our EMA, 233-day EMA. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, we are above some of the levels that we care about again. I'm going to go ahead and stretch this out here a little bit and see what we can pull from this. So first thing that I'm going to add to this chart is my ADR levels. Okay, so where do we stand on our ADR levels? Well, we've already exceeded the range. Okay, really didn't get much of reaction away from that as of yet. Okay. So we've already reached the ADR high level, and to be honest, did not react much away from it. Okay, so we could very well be in the midst of maybe a potential, sustained auction to the upside. I say potential, right? Nothing is ever certain, but the fact that we've reached the ADR high level and really haven't really gotten any sort of meaningful reversal away yet is an indication that maybe there's more in the cards to the upside for gold. Okay, moving on to the let's see, ASR. Okay, ASR is also this is let's see what make sure, yeah, it's London. We've also exceeded London as well. Okay, so the only thing that remains here for us to take a look at is our volume profile. I'm going to go ahead and open that up here. Okay, so our volume profile from yesterday was quite, a rangy. Okay, let's see, make sure. Yeah, that it is it. Okay, so we're above our value area high. Okay, we're above our value area high, and we're above our settlement price. Okay, these are all indicators. Okay, these are all indicators that there might be some higher prices in store for gold. Okay, looking at the initial balance range is relatively small. Okay, so obviously we'll be looking to see if we get a break of initial balance in either direction, and then at that point maybe that gives us an opportunity here, right? So again, we did reach the ADR level to the upside. Now we are developing a little bit of an indecision candle right at this level. So we could easily, right? We could easily, continue to the downside from this level, right? That's a level. If we look to the left, we see that the market was prior to that was in a swing low. All right, okay. The only thing that's maybe counter to that view is the fact that we have a relatively, strong bullish candle that's developing on the 4-hour chart. Okay, still technically has not closed and probably won't close here for another hour and 20 minutes or so. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how this 4-hour candle closes. So as far as levels to care about, we're going to go ahead and manually create them, guys. So we have here our let's see, 2685 dot what was that, 2685.8. Okay, that is our average daily range high. Okay, and just below that we have our average session range high, which is 2684.9. Okay, that's our average session range high. Okay. And then that might adjust here in, once we get going here with the US equity market opening up here. We have 2677, let's see, 2677.9. That is our value area high. Okay. And then we have our let's see, point of control here at 2676. 2676.1 is our point of control. Okay, point of control. And then we have our value area low coming in at 2667.10. Okay, that's our value area low. And area low. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see. This is our average daily range low is coming in below. So it's 55.6 is our value area low. Not value area low, sorry. Average session range low. Okay, and then we have our average daily range low coming in at, let's say, 2649. 49.2 is our average daily range low. Okay, so these are going to be the levels that we're going to care about. The only thing that's kind of missing here is our 4-hour supply and demand levels. But these are going to be the areas that I'm going to be watching, okay, for this market. So right now, I would say that it looks like we are looking to make a continue to rally. All right, from these levels. Okay, so I'm going to be patient and wait for this initial balance range to kind of establish, and then depending on what direction this initial balance range decides to break away from, that's going to be kind of my signal to that would indicate which direction to go. Now, if I base this 100% on the higher time frame, then I see that we have a developing 4-hour candle that's rather bullish. So the fact that it can sustain bullish for 4 hours is the indication that there is a little bit of there's a little bit of momentum to the upside in this move. Okay. All right. Just going to go ahead and take a peek here to see if there's any questions on the gold market before we move on to the crude oil market. Settlement price is 2668. So that goes in between here. So right about here, we have 2668 is our settlement price. Okay, that's settlement. All right, and then I don't know if I've actually did the anchored VWAP business, but let's go ahead and see if we can locate a location for our anchor VWAP. I'm kind of inclined to put it over here, but this is already the daily VWAP is already tracking this level. If I use let's say we use the anchor VWAP from, say, the start of London, okay, say right about here, okay, you can see that we are above the prices above that as well. Okay, so those are the levels that we care about. Again, right now, I would have to say if I had to err on any direction, it would be to the upside. Okay, all right. So let's move on to another level here, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the crude oil market here. Okay, so crude oil market, we're going to go ahead and open up this level here. Okay, and we're going to open up the daily chart. Okay, I have the UK initial balance because I was part of Top Step TV yesterday, London, or this morning, I should say. So everything's blurred. So we're going to modify this to be not London, but the day session here, and that would be okay. So we're still a ways away from this initial balance range to be established here. Okay, so let's see. What was I going to take a look at here? I want to start off with the daily chart. Okay, daily chart. take a look at what the market is trying to accomplish here. Okay, so we have let's see. We have a kind of I would say that the prices are kind of sloping in the downward direction. Okay. Of late, we've had I would say more of bullish price action. Okay. We've come up to this 233-day EMA that has proven to be, I guess, for now, somewhat resistant. Okay. So this from the daily chart, it feels like maybe price wants to maybe head in this direction. Okay. Just kind of following the pattern here. Okay. If price does get above, say, 72.65, then that would kind of, for me, restore the view that maybe crude oil will continue higher. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on the daily chart. So moving on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. We're going to go ahead and turn off initial balance here, off for a moment here, and watch the good to see you. Don't change your process much, even London session. Great to have insight to how you think about the markets. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rex. All right. Yeah, the problem is that the only problem, Rex, is that I do need some sleep. All right. Okay. So here we go. 4-hour chart. We're coming off this 233-day EMA. Okay. Good morning, Himachali. Okay. We're coming off this 233-day EMA. I would say that if price manages to get above 72.21, I think the march to higher prices is on. Okay. We are getting reactions here away from the this 233-day EMA, but we've been kind of flip-flopping around the EMA levels of late. Okay, so I don't know how much credence I want to give to that just yet. Okay, but the fact is that we are above it. All right, so since we are above it, we probably need to think more. Since we're above it, I think we need to think more bullish. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart here. Okay. Again, we have price beginning to get above this our daily VWAP. But like I said, similar to the 4-hour chart, we've been kind of meandering our way above and below it, right? So which size does it want to go? We have, I guess, a little bit of a demand zone that's been established here, okay, around this level. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and color that in as green. Okay. Do I ever find this? Yeah, sometimes I find it sometimes difficult to buy, especially if I feel like I'm paying top dollar, no doubt. Okay. If I feel like I'm paying retail pricing. Yeah, I am a little bit gun shy with going in. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do we have the open? We don't have the open. So let's go ahead and start off by doing our fixed range volume profile. Okay, and we'll locate the 9 a.m. candle here, and we'll open that up first. Okay, so we can see that price is below value. Okay, so this level here is going to be important. Okay, this could either one of two things, right? We are either going to come up to this value area low and fail. Okay, or we're going to get price to accept value and maybe traverse through the entire range. So we're coming into a decision here around 71.58. Okay. And I'm just kind of drawing in my value ranges. Initial balance is not yet in the picture. We're about 8 minutes away from the open of the market here. Okay. So right now it'll be interesting to see if price reaches this level and begins to make a turn. Okay. If we get price to accept inside value, then I would say that we have a potential value area acceptance, kind of trade. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up ADR. We see that price. Look how nicely price came down to ADR and reversed away from it. I don't know why I didn't. Well, this is probably did not happen while I was online, but this is a nice reversal away from ADR. Okay. I was actually, I think I was even painting more of a picture that I was more bearish, I believe, in the London session. But in any case, we've come down to a level, ADR level. Okay, we've had a nice 3-bar reversal. Now we're up to an area here where we can go either direction, right? If we're going to follow this pattern, this is a logical area for us to continue to the downside. Okay, right, and certainly not much higher than where value area low is. Okay, if that's in store. Now, again, if we do get price to accept inside value, then I would say that we have the value area acceptance opportunity comes into play here. Okay, we'll go ahead and open up our ASR levels. We'll start to kind of note these, make notes of these levels here, guys. Okay, so we're gonna see ADR high here is coming in at let's see, what is that? 72.88. 72.88 is our average daily range high. Okay. Let's see, and then we have average session range high at 72.53. Uh, 72.53 is our average session. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Average session range high. Okay. Let's see. We haven't opened that up yet. We'll go ahead and open that up now. We have we're coming in. Well, we already drawn that, so let's close this off. Okay, so we have our value area high coming in at 72.44. That's our value area high. Okay. Okay, point of control is coming in at what is that? 72 looks like. 72 even is our point of control, which there's no surprise there, right? And then we'll open up our settlement price. That's also coming in right around 72. That's 71.90. Okay, 71.90 is our settlement price. Okay, and then we have value area low coming in at 71.58. 71.58 is our value area low. And then we have our ADR range coming in that we had a nice reversal away from at 70.86. Okay, 70.86 is our, what is that? 70.86 is our average daily range low. And then we have 70.71 as our average session range low. Okay. All right. So these are the levels that we'll be tracking. So again, as I mentioned, this value area low level could provide us an opportunity to the downside. Okay, in this market. All right. If price manages to basically reverse away from value area low. Okay, it stands to reason that we could maybe get a continuation move to the downside. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. All right. So let's see. A couple of questions that are coming in. Do you ever feel like it's hard? We've already addressed that question. There's so much optimism, though tough to sell. Maybe instead look at potential buys at value areas. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're hesitant on the selling front, then yeah, you probably need to see if you can buy at value levels, right? So buying at let's say the bottom. Well, actually, we've already gotten a reversal there, right? So maybe buying at 70, right? Hey, Paul. Okay. Oh, Paul. I've seen Paul. Paul, I've seen Paul was the last couple hours here. Okay. I even changed shirts for you, my friend. All right. So guys, so what I'm suggesting here, guys, is that we are coming into an area, a value area low that could provide us a reversal in price. Okay. Here, if we're not able to accept value, then the next logical thing for price to do is to reverse from this level. I understand that maybe there is a little bit of optimism with respect to crude oil, but again, we have to trade what price tells us to do, right? And price is currently telling us that if we're not going to accept this value area level, right, and this level is going to be resistant, then we need to do what price tells us, because at the end of the day, price is king, right? No matter no matter what somebody says, oh well, we know that Tesla should go up. Well, how do we know that? We don't know that, right? So it all depends. It all depends what how people react, and the best reflection of how people are is what we see on the charts. So charts, in my humble opinion, is king here. So like I said, this might be an area here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on, well, my initial balance range here. The initial balance range is going to get started here in a moment. All right. And this could easily create an opportunity again to the downside in the market. All right. Okay. Let's see if there's any other questions that we have on the markets. I don't see them, so we're going to move on. But actually, you know what? Before we move on, we've been through a couple of instruments. I have about 28 or so of you in the session. I'm gonna now 30. I'm gonna put my plug in here to see if I can encourage some folks to hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Paul H, if you're not a subscriber, right? If you're not a subscriber, definitely hit the like button. And all right, so you're already short. You're already short $85. So this session already paid for itself. Okay. So yeah. If you are in this session for the first time and you're not a subscriber, guys, you're done. Oh, excellent, George. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and continue our review of the markets here. We're going to go ahead and so we're going to go ahead and move on to the NASDAQ. All right. Or as I like to term it, NASCrack, because sometimes I feel like it's on crack. I'm not. All right. So let's see, just based on the movements, guys. Okay. All right. So let's turn off a lot of the very busy charts, guys. I do apologize. So let's turn off some of these levels. I'll keep my overlay there, and we'll move on to the daily chart and ask ourselves the $1 million question. What is this market trying to accomplish? Well, if again, looking at this market, what is it really trying to accomplish? Well, it's really trying to accomplish more higher prices, isn't it? Right? These last three candles, we've broken some structure to the upside. The entire price range is sloping to the upside. Okay. So this market is quite bullish, and I think it's even more bullish of late. Okay. Since the elections here, we've gotten a little bit of a spike to the upside. All right. Moving on to the 4-hour chart. Okay. 4-hour chart equally is bullish. We're above some of these levels that we care about. We're above our EMA. You might be wondering what this is about down here. This is my ADX indicator with a positive and negative DI. You can see here that our positive DI has exceeded the negative DI, and that's another indication that the bulls are very much in control. And then the ADX momentum indicator itself is also positive. So I'm just going to take a peek here at volume delta. I can't say that I'm overly impressed with the volume that's coming in. Okay. This volume is quite so I mean, the fact that we're getting higher prices, but the volume is not, I guess, has not really embraced that yet, right? this volume is not, I guess it's probably divergent of the move that we're currently seeing. Okay. So I'm not overly impressed with that. This kind of volume could indicate that maybe there is a failure of some sort. Okay. In the works. All right. So right now, while we're seeing new prices, I'm not overly impressed with my volume delta reading. Okay. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay, watching the 30-minute chart, again, equally, we see I have over here as an overlay my 4-hour chart. I always like to have the 4-hour chart as my little overlay here. I always want to be aligned with whatever the direction is on the 4-hour chart. Okay. So that's that. Okay. 30-minute chart is very much bullish. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do my fixed range volume profile from yesterday. Draw that in. Okay. There's my fixed range volume profile. You can see that price is well above our value area high. I don't know. Someone was mentioning, what would be a value price? Well, I don't know about this particular market, but if this was for me, a value price in this market would be value area high, right? If I would be a buyer if price were to come down to this level, right? You can see price exceeded value, came down to value, okay, and reversed away from value, okay. So bulls very much in control of this market. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can open up my ADR levels. There's settlement is above as well. Where is my ADR? I see ASR twice, but not ADR, which is interesting. See if I can locate that without doing too much damage. Okay, so there's ADR. Okay, so we have our ADR range well above us. Okay, that'll serve as a nice target to potential price. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up ASR, and I'm going to make sure that it reads for London. Okay, all right. And there it is. Okay, so here's our average session range and average daily range for London. Okay, so I would say that there's still a fair amount of opportunity. I would say that we can maybe continue to rally. And I would say that maybe once we get around this level, right, notice around 21,000, that might be an area that we could maybe see price stall here a bit. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Initial balance, we're well aware away from a market is yet to open here. So we're going to start to capture some of these levels here, guys. So first one order of business here is 21,083. That's our average daily range high. Okay. And then we have 21,049 is our average session range high. Okay. We have value area high at 20,863.50. That is our value area high. Our point of control is coming in at 20,802. 20,802.50 is our point of control. Okay, from this value range. Okay, settlement is coming in at 20,922, which we'll add it up here. 20,922.50 is our settlement price. Okay. All right. And then we have our average daily low here at 20,767, 20,767.50. That is our average daily range low. Okay. And then our average session range low is coming in at 20,820.25. That is our average session range low. Okay. So again, what to make of these markets? All right. Well, again, the market appears to want to continue higher. Okay. I would say that I'm not super keen on, paying retail. All right. For this. So I would say that we probably need to wait and see if we get some sort of pullback, right? VWAP would be a logical location. to participate. I'm going to see if I can locate the lows for London and draw my anchor VWAP. That would be another location right about there. Okay, so that's another location. I'm also going to add this line here. All right, here. Okay, that area, although it's drawn in as red, okay, this was a prior resistance level. This area here would be a logical area. You know, if we broke it, right? 20,963. So what it was once resistant will now on the way back become support. Okay. So that would be another logical area for me to participate. So again, I'm not really keen again in participating at the highs of the highs. Okay. That's not my MO. Okay. My MO is to wait for price to come down to a level where I can manage my risk. Now, if price were to come down to value, that would be fantastic. Okay. But chances are that's not going to happen. So what I could potentially expect to see is price coming down to this area here that I just mentioned, down to VWAP, maybe even down to settlement. Those are logical areas where I could participate. Now we haven't even gotten to our initial balance range. Initial balance could also offer us some areas to participate. Okay. Made it, at least to give my like. All right, perfect, Tracy. Value area low. Yeah, that's way down here. Now, I mean, if we really want to be a stickler here and say, look, I'm not buying this, hell no high water. Okay. I'm buying at a discount. Well, that would be a discount. Okay. And honestly, if I get down to that level, we open up the opportunity that it breaks value to the downside and continues. Okay. So yes, value area low would be an area. Okay. To potential participate in this, but you know, we're talking serious, not serious, but certainly quite a bit of move down in order to participate. I would say it's probably more realistic to get back up to value area high. Okay. I just have a fib that needs both value area high and value area low. So just wanted the number. Okay. Yeah. So value area low in this particular case is, oh, you already have the number. I already captured the number, but this is my value area low. Did I not capture value area low above? I did not. So yeah, value area low is 20,665. So we'll just go ahead and add it here. 20,665 is our value area low. 20,665.50. That's our value area low. Okay. All right. That is the levels. Okay. All right. So DCAT, now you are now complete. I don't know how that plays out from a Fibonacci level, but it seems to be on the low end of whatever swing that you would use for Fibonacci. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's kind of what we're looking at and what we're seeing here in the NASDAQ. We're going to go ahead and take a look at I see that we have equal number of likes and folks in the room, which I love to see. Okay. I just used to put the numbers, nothing to do with the fibs. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you use the fibs as the fib tool to kind of add these levels, value low, high, and I get it. I got you, Decap. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the ES in Thinkorswim. Okay. All right, so let's look on at the ES here, guys. Ignore these levels. These are older levels, but let's see if I can turn off the news here and open this up. We're going to remove some of our drawings. Again, quite busy chart here to start. So we'll turn off this and this. Okay, and we'll open this up to the daily chart. Where is the daily? You're welcome, Frizu. Okay. All right. So again, guys, if I wasn't looking, okay, at the top left-hand corner, I would tell you that this looks very much like the NASDAQ. Okay. Different numbers on the right, but very much looks like the NASDAQ, right? We are making new highs in this market. Okay. Again, I don't know how many people are, Elliott wave aficionados, okay, but one thing that I will look at, and that often plays out for me, is doing these kind of measurements, okay? So these measurements, like, so 6,020 would probably be the next level, where we could see a little bit of maybe price fading a bit, okay? Right? This level right here, right? Okay, that would be a level. The other level that I would look at would be the up here above. Okay, that would be the 100% extension of that most recent move. Okay, that would be another level where we could potentially see a little bit of a reversal right around 6,200. But we're talking about 25 points to get to the 6,000, not let alone 6020. Okay. So in any case, if you are a Elliott wave, this is kind of, you can think of this as kind of a measured move, right? If you take a measure of this swing and on top of this swing with a pullback, well, those are the logical levels Fibonacci will tell you that price could reach. Okay. So again, on the daily chart, market very much bullish. Looking at the 4-hour chart, okay, we're starting to see signs that maybe we continue, okay, here to the upside. Everything is indicating. The only thing that I'm a little wary of is the fact that volume has kind of dried up on this move, okay? It could be a function that we had, pretty strong volume yesterday, but the volume kind of was sapped out of the market here in the overnight. Really not much volume going in, although the market continues to creep higher. Okay. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart. This is where I start to do my volume analysis. Let's see if I can make this smaller. I don't know if there's a way for me to make this smaller. It's dominating too much of my chart here at the moment. So let's see if I can adjust that here a little bit. So we are going to, not height, but okay. Okay. All right. So first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to stretch this out here a little bit. Okay. We can see that price is above our settlement, above our daily VWAP. We're going to go ahead, and first thing we're going to open up here is our volume profile. So I do a fixed range volume profile on the prior session. So I start with yesterday's close, open to the close of the day, and you can see that price is above value. Okay, indicating that the bulls are very much in control of the market. While we're at it, we're going to go ahead and draw our anchored VWAP. We're going to use London here as our anchor here below. So you can see that price is above our anchor VWAP as well. Okay. So again, nothing here indicating anything less than a continuation to the upside. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to add here? We've got our value areas. So we're going to go ahead and start to call out some of these levels. Okay, so I'm just going to draw lines here just to kind of reference the levels that I'll be tracking in this market. Okay, so we got relatively wide value range in the ES. Okay, so these are the levels that we'll be tracking. I'll start to update my text box here in a minute. So one thing I do want to add here is our ADR high and our ASR. Okay, those are two things I'll be tracking here. So let's go ahead and start to track them. So we have 59,997. Okay, so this even average daily range is telling us that 6,000 is very much in the cards in this market. Okay. So 5,997.50 is our average daily range high. Okay. 5,990. Oops. 5,990.75 is our average session range high. Okay. Let's see. Settlement is coming in at, what is that? 59.66. 59.6625 is our settlement price. Okay. Settlement price. We have 59.51. 59.51. 75 is our value area high. Okay. We have 59.35 as our point of control. Okay. All thumbs. Point of control. Okay. And then the last bit here we'll add see here. We'll add our average session range low. Okay. 59.45. Average session range low. And then our average daily range low. Okay. Is 59.30. Okay. 59.30 is our average session range, not session, but daily range. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to add here is our value area low. And our value area low in this case is 59.0825. That's our value area low. Okay. So similar to the NASDAQ, guys. Right now, it appears that price wants to head up to, at least, I would say, up to this average session range high that I have here. Okay. That's what it feels like it wants to do. Okay. And I would say that given the strength of these bars, that seems the more likely path. Okay. I would say that this would probably be my first location where if I were to look short, that would be it. Okay. Maybe as high as this level up here. Okay. Those would be my average daily range high, average daily range low. Okay. But honestly, guys, we really shouldn't be fighting the trend. Okay. Because the trend is very much bullish. What we should probably be doing is locating areas where we could participate in this move. Okay. And that is our anchor VWAP or our daily VWAP or initial balance high once it's broken, things of that nature. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the ES, guys. Happy to entertain any questions. Otherwise, we're going to move into the last market I'll be reviewing today, and that is the Dow. Okay. If any questions on the Dow, on the ES, I'm happy to take them. Otherwise, we're going to move to the Dow. Yeah, we don't want to short all-time highs. Correct. Right. And if the thing is, if we take any trades, right? Yeah, if we take any trades to the short side, it's going to be more of the mean reversion type, right? Meaning that we'll maybe get a move back to, say, daily VWAP. That's kind of the trend. But yes, the trend is your friend until it's broken. Correct. So right now, I would say continue to look for opportunities, continue to look at reference levels that will support bullish trades. No doubt about that. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the Dow. Okay. And we'll close off U.S. election pulls retail traders to stock. Okay. So we got here. So if we get retail traders coming into the market, guys, I'm not sure that spells well for future price action to the upside. What do retail traders do? What do they generally signal? That's a question for the audience. What do if retail traders are coming into the market? What is that a signal of? No one? Okay. That's usually a signal that a reversal is near. Okay, that's usually the way I read that. If retail traders are coming into the market, that's usually a signal that a reversal is near. Okay. All right. All right. So looking at the Dow, similar to what we were seeing on the other equities, we had a very strong push to the upside in this market. Okay. You know, we have price above some structure here. Okay. We have price above structure here. So again, I'm going to be drawing in this level here as an area. Okay. This area here is going to be an area that could serve as support for me to participate in a trade. What was prior resistance becomes support. Yes, Bigfoot will run over all the retail traders. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Okay. 4-hour chart. We're going to go ahead and turn off our initial balance levels, guys. Okay. We're going to turn this off as well. I don't know why I see all these settlement price business. Let's turn that off for a second as well. Okay. So you can see that price is above. We'll add settlement here. So price is above our VWAP. Price is above our anchor VWAP, which I did anchor for. Let's move this to Tuesday. Okay. This Tuesday, let's say right about this time here. Okay. Get that redrawn. Okay. So yeah, price is above all these levels. Okay. But I would have to say that the bull move is losing a little bit of steam, I would say. Okay. You know, we're starting to see a development of a bearish candle here on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. We're going to stretch these levels out here a little bit. Okay, we are in the middle of the average session range, in the middle of our average daily ranges. Okay, so middles of the middles. Okay, we are about 6 minutes away from the initial balance range establishing. The next thing I'm going to draw on this chart is my value ranges. Okay, so I'm going to locate the open from yesterday and then drag that across to the close of yesterday. Okay, and there's our value area ranges. I'm going to go ahead and extend these lines. Okay, this line right here is our value area high. This line right here is our value area low. Okay, this line right here is our point of control. Not in blue, but I'll draw that in as red. Okay, point of control. All right, so we'll go ahead and capture some of these levels. Okay, in text box over here, I'll shut this down for now. And we'll open up a little text box window, kind of call out these levels. First level I'm going to call out here is 44,135. Okay, in the Dow as I'm just going to abbreviate it as ADR, guys. Okay, we got 44,168 as our ASR. Okay, and then we have we have settlement here coming in at. Let's see if we can open that up here really quick. 43,962. 43,962 is our settlement price. Okay, 43,962 is our settlement. Okay, and then we have value area high at 43,795. That's our VAH, and then our POC is 43,708. Okay. And then we have our, before we get there, we got 43,801. That's our average session range. Oops, I'm just going to call it ASR low. Okay. And then our ADR low is coming in right around point of control. And that is, we'll call it 43,699. Okay, as our ASR, not ASR, but ADR low. Okay, so the only thing that I'm missing here is our value area low, and that's coming in at 43,531 or 43. Excuse me, 43,531 is our value area low. Okay, I'm just going to go VAL. Okay. All right. So what to make of this market? Well, I would say out of all the markets that we were watching on the Bigfoot side, on the equity side, this one is coming in a little bit more bearish. Okay. We're starting to see price fall below some of these areas that we care about. Okay. All right. This price has come within this little dashed line here has come within, I think, 25% or 10% of this ASR low, which could serve as an area for price to bounce away from. Okay. This area down here, value area high, has the confluence of both being ASR low as well as value area high. So that would be a logical area for price to bounce off of. Okay. Right? This would be kind of the logical thing for price to do. Now, if price closes inside value, then we could potentially get a full rotation through value. And given the fact that we have FOMC today, then it's quite possible that we could get maybe a potential value area acceptance trade. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think that's pretty much what I have for the markets today. Happy to entertain any questions specifically on the Dow, but I would say that out of all the equity markets, that one seems to be the most bearish of the three. Okay. I could see that we can easily get back down to this value area low before we make any sort of significant move back to the upside. Okay. So I'm just going to pause here to see if there's any questions in this market. We're, obviously the 4-hour chart is still very much bullish. Okay. So we just need to find areas of value where we might be able to participate to the bullish side. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it then. We'll go ahead and close off the session as we close every session, guys. I trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. Okay. Have a good session, guys, and we'll either catch up in the coaching channel on Top Step, the Coach Ray's channel there, or group coaching later this afternoon at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Until then, again, trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. Bye for now, guys.